Miss Monahan here again, and today we're going to study William Blake's The Lamb and the Tyger. Two poems. We're going to do both of them together though because they're often taught together. So, pull it up. Great. Okay, so the first one, The Lamb. This one comes from a work entitled Songs of Innocence. And it's called The Lamb, and so lambs traditionally convey innocence. Also, a biblical allusion perhaps to Jesus Christ, as one of the things that Jesus is referred to is the lamb, the first sacrifice. So, the Lamb of God. Let's hear the poem. Little lamb, who made thee? Dost thou know who made thee? Gave thee life and bid thee feed by the stream and o'er the mead. Gave thee clothing of delight, softest clothing, woolly bright. Gave thee such a tender voice, making all the vales her voice. Little lamb, who made thee? Dost thou know who made thee? Little lamb, I'll tell thee. Little lamb, I'll tell thee. He is called by thy name, for he calls himself a lamb. He is meek, and he is mild. He became a little child, and I a child, and thou a lamb. We are called by his name. Little lamb, God bless thee. Little lamb, God bless thee. Okay, sweet, tender rhyme. Look at that rhythm, meter, all very beautifully structured. Sounds lovely. It's euphonious. It's euphony. It sounds good. Look at all of those vowels and soft consonants. Little lamb, who made thee? So we don't get very many harsh consonant sounds. It's the soft L's and W's and M's, long vowels. It creates that great euphony. And it's asking a question. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 question marks in that first stanza. And it starts out asking, little lamb, who made thee? Dost thou know who made thee? And it goes through and it develops that in the first stanza. It asks the question, then it says, gave thee life and bid thee feed by the stream and o'er the mead, gave thee clothing of delight, gave softest clothing, woolly bright, gave thee such a tender voice, making all the vales her voice. Look at the emphasis on giving. Something gave you a bunch of stuff. Little lamb, who made thee? Who gave thee all this stuff? And second stanza, evenly divided. Little lamb, I'll tell thee. Little lamb, I'll tell thee. So, question, answer. That's the basic structure of this. First stanza question, second stanza answer. He is called by thy name, for he calls himself a lamb. So we were right on assuming it was an allusion to Jesus Christ, because he calls himself a lamb. He is meek and he is mild. He became a little child. So this is a religious allusion here. I, a child, thou a lamb, we are called by his name. Little lamb, God bless thee. Little lamb, God bless thee. And it's a proclamation. It sounds lovely. All that euphony. Clear question in the first stanza, clear answer in the second stanza. Now let's go to the Tyger. Different kind of animal. And let's look to see if it holds true. Is there a first half question, second half answer? Is he going to follow the same format? Is he going to use a lot of that same euphony? That all of those soft sounds, long vowel sounds, the assonance there. Let's see if he does. Tyger, Tyger, burning bright in the forests of the night, what immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? In what distant deeps or skies burnt the fire of thine eyes? On what wings dare he aspire? What the hand dare seize the fire? And what shoulder and what art could twist the sinews of thy heart? And when thy heart began to beat, what dread hand forged thy dread feet? What the hammer, what the chain? In what furnace was thy brain? What the anvil, what the dread grasp dare its deadly terrors clasp? When the stars threw down their spears and watered heaven with their tears, did he smile his work to see? Did he who made the lamb make thee? Tyger, Tyger, burning bright in the forests of the night, what immortal hand or eye dare frame thy fearful symmetry? Well, let's look at those questions we posed at the beginning. Did it follow the same clear question and answer pattern? No. There were a lot of questions. In fact, there were questions all the way through. It ends with a question. No bold statement, no answer. So this contrasting, the first one, the lamb, came from Songs of Innocence. This one comes from Songs of Experience. So is Blake saying something about how maybe as we get more experienced, there aren't as many answers, more questions? I think maybe so. A little scary. And what is the central question being asked here? It's not who made thee. Well, it is who made thee. It's not, but it's not phrased in those terms anymore. What immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? It's not all the gifts that the Lamb has been given. It's thy fearful symmetry. Sometimes there are bad things created. There are fearful things in this world. I've seen a few of them. I thankfully grew up in a nice, safe place, but been around the world a bit, and I've seen some fearful things. Turn on the news. Turn off the Kardashians. Turn on the news. You'll see some fearful things. Actually, maybe the Kardashians are a little bit fearful at times as well. In what distant deeps or skies burnt the fire of thine eyes? Okay, so this is scary. Fire in the eyes. Look at that diction. When he goes on, twisting the sinews of thy heart. Oh, twisting like, even like the tendons, the sinews, all that. This is an art, but it's a dark art. When thy heart began to beat, what dread hand forged thy dread feet? So the Creator is dread hand, makes your dread feet. With the hammer, with the chain, with the furnace. So fire, lots of fire imagery, forged out of something. Forged like you put it in the fire and it comes out. When the stars threw down their spears. They're not shining smiles on us. They're throwing down spears. The connotation, the tone here is not innocent and light and delightful like it was in the first one with easy question and answer. This is the stars are throwing down spears. They're going to water heaven with their tears. This imagery, the tone is much darker. It shifts, maybe angrier last stanza. This one, it's a sad heaviness, a weight, as it goes through these emotions of like frustration and rage, and then, sadness. Did he who made the Lamb make thee? After he's proven that this is a bad thing, this first, however many stanzas, proving how scary this Tyger is, this forging, this tearing, twisting the sinews of your heart. Did he who made the Lamb make thee? Tyger, Tyger, burning bright in the forests of the night, what immortal hand or eye dare frame thy fearful symmetry? So same question we got at the beginning. Have we gotten any farther? We repeat this. So same stanza at the beginning and at the end. We didn't get anywhere. We didn't get the clear answer. We asked the question. We see how fearful and vicious. We go through some tone shifts throughout of, sort of the, burnt fire of thine eyes, twisting sinews, the heart, dread hand forged, hammer, chain, furnace, anvil, deadly terrors. And then we get to, so it builds to deadly terrors, and then stars throwing down spears, and then tears. So this sadness. Did he smile his work to see? So this is one of those hard questions of existence. Someone who creates a lamb, something beautiful and sweet and innocent, we can get behind that. Okay, so most likely the answer was God made the lamb. Did the Creator of the lamb make those dangerous creatures on this planet? There are terrible people out there. I mean, I guess you can be optimistic, but Hitler, Kim Jong-un, a lot of people terrorizing this world, Jeffrey Dahmer. There are bad things, creations out there, ones that hurt a lot of people. And Tyger, Tyger, burning bright in the forests of the night, in the darkness, not in the light, in the darkness, what immortal hand or eye dare frame thy fearful symmetry? Is this what it means to get older? You start asking these questions, these really hard questions, and maybe there isn't an answer now. That's what Blake seems to say anyway. Your religion, your parents may say differently, and that's fine. But we're almost on 10 minutes. We got 2 poems done, and I wish you well. I wish you lots and lots of great questions, and I hope you find some hopeful answers. And I will see you next time for more poetry. Goodbye.